I needed more time with this game because this game is fantastic and has a ton of unexplored stuff. I got busy with other stuff. Yeah. Let's just get on to the review. Hyperdimension Neptunia Victory is the third and actual sequel to the franchise that has finally reached North America. Neptune ends up in another dimension of game industry and must find a way back home to her own dimension. Alongside, she ends up meeting familiar faces with something different about them. And Plutia, the CPU of the other planet Neptune. The story of the game is entertaining as the previous ones, but this one is a lot more charming and great. There are great English voice acting in the cutscenes, but the flaw is, there is not a lot of it. If you switch to the Japanese voices, there are a lot of more great voice acting covering more cutscenes. I don't know why, but Nipponichi Software of America has got to stop being lazy with the English voice acting. The battle system of Victory has been improved and heavily balanced. You have the ability to jump, which helps you reach certain spots. There are only HP and SP. Special skills cost you, special skills cost you SP. SP needs to be manually recharged and can only be automatically recharged when you leave the dungeon. So, yeah, if you have an item that boosts up SP, you're gonna need it. However, there is barely any need to do some level grinding. Any unnecessary need to be level grinding has been axed completely in this game. There are separate achievements for each character that do offer stat increases and bonuses. However, after the prologue, CPUs can't transform into their goddess forms until later in the game. Also, the EXE drive attacks are super special moves, can be only performed when the EXE gauge fills up a bar. However, Snep Station walks you through on how well did you do, along with offers and news about the other game industry. The scout system allows you to send a scout to track down certain areas, including dungeons, fields, etc. So be careful when you trust him or her, because, yeah, you gotta be careful. The CPUs of game industry get their fancy new clothes, especially in their goddess forms, but however, there is the custom canvas feature available, allowing you to completely design your own outfit for the goddess forms of all the CPUs in the game. Yes, in Neptunia Mark II, you can only customize Nepgear's goddess form, but now you can customize every single CPU's goddess form, which is pretty awesome. I can't find the English version of the templates in the English sites, so you're going to have to download the Japanese versions in the Japanese site. That doesn't matter because the design of the game is very marvelous. The beautiful anime visuals are gratefully improved, and the live 2D portraits are back and better than ever. The new music in Neptunia V is very well fantastic. Overall, Hyperdimension Neptunia V is another great, and I will predict, underrated game that should never be forgotten about, just like the previous installments. Fans may have noticed that a new Neptunia game releases every year, but this JRPG franchise does a lot of things that Call of Duty doesn't. No matter what, Neptunia stays really memorable as her games cease to disappoint even when critics hate it. It doesn't matter what people say. Just like the last two games, Neptunia Victory is the most brilliant game yet. The game scores an A- with 91%.
Aw, really? Can't we, mash through the boring stuff with the X button?
I'm not very good at mashing. I prefer the skip function. So let's press the square button.
You will listen to my plot-advancing